Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is your favorite crypto trading show, Crypto and Coffee with the Trading Bros. And man, do we have a big day in store for you guys. We have the Fed coming in, supposedly the news at 2 o'clock. However, people like to leak shit. So some point today, we're going to find out what the hikes are, and then the market's definitely going to respond to that. We are going to go through what we do every day. So maybe we can get an idea on which way this move is going to happen when that news comes out, because this should be a pretty volatile day after the news comes out. So we're going to find out. So we got B. Wellington, of course, always on the charts. This dude is an animal chart analysis. Hey, man, what you got?
What's up, guys? No, so today, like Clutch mentioned, today is a very tricky day just because we got the Fed meeting coming out, and it's not recommended to trade the news because there's a lot of things that are going to come out relative to that and how that's interpreted and how things are trapped. But I will tell you a couple things. One, we've come through this large down pattern here, come back up, touch the 50, came back up, touch the 50. I think a lot of people are expecting us to get back down into this area. I do too, but it's just a matter of when, right? Because we do have this 1241, 1260 area that I think, we're close enough to come back and retrieve. We're past the merge. We're past a lot of the news that's out there relative to ETH. And so we're kind of back to normal, relative to price action. I mean, we never left normal price action. I mean, it got pumped up a little bit, I think, because of the merge, because of people believing in the merge. But I'll just say this. I mean, I still think that because there's so much negative sentiment to the downside, I do think that we have a move to the upside on the way. I think no matter what, we're going to get at least a 75 basis cut today with the Fed. It'd be a huge surprise. I mean, just FYI, if it starts leaking that we're coming out at a half a point, just forget about it. The market's going to pump like mad. But it may dump before it pumps in order to throw off some folks. But I think the way that we're set up now, I think we're set up for, 75 to 100 basis cut, not a cut, but a add increase. I think with that, a lot of people are going to expect the market to go down. So when people expect the market to go down, when the majority of the sentiment is negative, I think we pump up, and we're still below some of these ranges that we talked about, which is a psychological high and low. We got yesterday's high. We've also got the 200 EMA above us sitting on the 50 here. If we do go up, I expect to see some vectors here pretty soon, some volume coming into the table. We really haven't had any positive vector candles here in a while. So I do think that we'll get a move to the upside. We may get a short move to the downside to trap some more shorts, but this is on the 14-minute. Really looks like, we're coming back into this 200. We could possibly get back up. We've got these imbalances in the chart here at this, getting up to this 1383 area. If we bust through this 1383 area, I mean, you see that we have kind of this low volume nodes right here. So I would anticipate that, we could get back up into this area, maybe touch this, which would be the 200 on larger time frames.
That's going to be a pretty quick move if that happens.
Yeah, we're going to speed through there. So that may be a false move to kind of bust out some of these late shorts, take out some of those liquidations, and then come back down and move down to the downside. So
what's that? What are those prices looking like right now? So so the 200 or the 800 EMA up there, like what kind of ballpark?
800, So I would say that if we got up into this area, like 1436, 1438, it's kind of that area. The peak up into this area, which I'm not sure we'll get up to, we possibly could, would be 1470, 1468, kind of in that area. I don't anticipate we get up that far, but I do think we make a move to this to the upside at some point, bust some of those shorts up. As soon as those shorts gets busted up, people start getting long because they think that the impact of the Fed. Then we come back down. the other reality that's out there is we could just chop it up as well. I doubt it with the news that's coming out, but that's a possibility as well. So uh, just got to be careful because this is a tricky week with the news coming out. Uh, so if we move on to things like OI, which we're looking at 5.0 billion, we're at 5.1 billion yesterday, so we lost zero point 0.1 billion on OI. Just kind of overall looking at some of these indicators that we looked at. If you look at CVD spot, seems to be tailing off somewhat, but we do have some activity happening within the OI. So if you can see here, when we moved up, we kind of moved up here as well, and now we're moving down. We haven't seen any. Normally, if these are longs, when we move up, when it comes back down, this will be a red. It will be negative. It'll be coming down, but this is not. So I would indicate that this is probably still shorts getting on board to this move, especially with CVD coming down, OI coming up. That is a possibility. We get into a short squeeze at some point. So we'll see. We've got this, our ADX is kind of down here low. Our on balance volume is pretty low as well. When these things are low, of course, they'll possibly go back up. And so, again, this all states that we'll probably have a quick move to the upside here pretty quick. Again, if we have any moves to the downside, I imagine they're just trapping more shorts in that area. If we look at, well, we got pre-market, which was up, but we're open now, so we're positive at the open. VIX is down, which is an indication that we won't have a lot of volatility, but I think we will. But this movements to the upside early on in the market, don't buy into it, especially this is not a very strong move as well. So maybe a pre-market, or not pre-market, pre-Fed meeting pump, post-Fed meeting dump, I think is maybe likely in this scenario. And again, if we go back to, we've got 2:30 Fed Chair Jerome Powell's news conference. Then tomorrow, we've got jobless claims, current account deficits, PMI, things of that nature. Really, all this stuff I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to, just because the big thing today is going to be what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell does and how he's going to affect the markets today. And that's all I've got, Clutch. What do you got on your end, buddy?
Wow, hey man, Putin looked like he was sending some soldiers and not bluffing on nuclear warfare.
Putin has been canceling.
Putin's just doing what Putin does.
He canceled his press conference. Yeah, if you want to call it a press conference, the other day, so that he could run it when China was awake. Like he's doing a lot of strategy. You know that Putin is an ex-trader. That he actually went to school to be a trader, a FX trader. He's got a couple masters in economics. Obviously, it's just not some guy that's running, that's gotten the power and just running this guy is a very smart, calculating guy, probably more than our president.
Oh wow!
And most of them.
I mean, our president has a hard time remembering what he did 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, you better remember something, because country's under attack.
Well, we're at negative 3 billion from negative 12 billion from 2 days ago. So they are really. I always find this amazing. We haven't really moved in price in a couple of days, other than just doing some consolidation up and down, and they have managed to get almost $10 billion off the fucking market to get back over here to the zero. Like, isn't that just incredible how they do that?
Hey, man, it's good. It's good that they do that, because that gives us an opportunity to get back in and
right, absolutely. So
counter trade.
So what we've been seeing is we've definitely been just kind of, like I said, consolidating and up and down in these ranges. And as you can see, we are starting to slowly, gradually make our way up. to the upside, and we've been pretty. I'm not going to say big time bullish this week, but most of the last 2 days we've seen some positive going up. So we're right back up here at 1353. Big key area we need to break is going to be 1393 to get into this range to where we can start going after these liquidations. So we get over that $1,400 range. Do pay attention to that. If you guys have Bookmap or something like that, order flow, open orders, long-term liquidity, etc., is going to really tell you if we're going to bust through that and keep going. So be really paying attention. I would start paying attention at least by 11 o'clock in case that information gets leaked. If you do want to trade the news, as B. Wellington mentioned earlier, though, it's not always a wise thing to do, but if it's something you want to do, just be careful with it. Let's take a look over here at the book map. The book map. I like that. So right here, you can see we came in right up here, 1360. A lot of longs jumped on board. We had a lot of shorts get absorbed right here. So we made that pullback down here close to the VWAP, which is at 1340. We are on our way back up here. We're going to retest 1360 again, guys. We break out to 1360. Go ahead and expect us to start testing that 1930 range again, which is right there in that area that I just talked about that we have to break through to get above. And it's 1390. This is where all the long-term liquidity is sitting. So this, when we get up here, this is going to be a, are we going to break through or are we getting rejected? So 1390 is really a key area today. We do have some long-term liquidity down here at 1300. But it's only about half as much as we have above us. So we are in a very crowded area right here. You can see 1340. Lots and lots and lots of people are in this area. And something that we say every day on the show, do not get in crowded trades because the risk is a lot higher. So I am... I'm bullish to 1390 right now, and then I think about that time when we start getting into that range, it's probably going to be close to the news release, the press release from the hike. So we'll just have to be paying attention to what's going on when we get there, to be honest with you. But I am bullish to 1390 as of right now.
Well, excellent.
Are you bullish or are you bearish today?
I am short-term bullish, long-term bearish.
All right. You heard it here first, folks.
Baby Wellington.
We're going to go up, and then we're going down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just obviously there's some liquidity up top. You know, if you look at, we didn't look at funding rates, but just for example, on Bybit, right, we've got negative funding rate. I noticed that earlier. So, most of the OI that's coming on board is coming on board from a short perspective. And so if that liquidity is available up top, I think it heads in that direction. It pops them out, right? Does a mini short squeeze, and then we head back down to the downside to, grab that. I think we're going to bust through that last low that we made to that 1240 area and do a double tap from that long play where we broke out from a few weeks ago.
Cool, man. I'm excited to see what happens today.
Me too.
All right, guys. You guys be careful trading out there. It's going to be probably a volatile day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Actually, today's Wednesday. I will not be here tomorrow. I do apologize. I won't be here tomorrow. And
more golf?
I do have a tournament I have to play in tomorrow. You guys check me out on the PGA Tour. As much golf as I've been playing, I will make it. We're probably not going to see you guys again on Monday. So,
man, that's
hey, man.
This is news.
Today's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I got I'm tied up tomorrow and Friday, so
Reversal
we will
Wednesday.
see you
Wednesday
guys. We
reversal.
will see you guys Monday. So stay frosty, my friends.